Morning, Alex. How you doing, big man? Good to see you. Good morning. Did I give you a leaflet?
I was asking the guy what the thing is.
Oh, Alex a passerby. He's just a passerby. He doesn't involve.
The plan B then, big man, to get rid of him.
Well, okay.
Because right now, mate, I'm saying I voted for independence in 2014. I voted for SNP in 2014. But
And so also did I.
I just think it was still Britain's only option. I think the Republic's only
But Rosto's not standing any candidates up here.
I know they're
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
They're talking about the next 3 years for the big one.
Yes, yes.
You know what I mean?
Unfortunately, they've got Farage, you know what I mean? I don't trust him. We have a fucking bad score.
Neither do I.
Yeah. It's still the same.
It's the SNP Nonce Party, the Scottish Nonce Party, but jointly and severally liable is Labour, the Liberal Democrats, the Tories.
They're all the same.
They are all the Scottish Nonce Party, the Scottish Unity Party, including the Scottish Socialist Party and the Communist Party.
I know this multiculturalism is only a white Western thing. You
Yeah. People are starting to notice, yes.
And quite clear, they don't want you there. You go to Asia, they don't really want you there. You have to be there.
I wouldn't be living near Ireland, I'd be living in Thailand, you know what I mean? I love that place, but
Right.
they don't want us there.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's the thing people for here can't seem to understand, is that we're not wanted elsewhere in the world.
It makes me uncomfortable with the amount of them that are here, because some of them are coming over illegal channels and right here, like that's fine, right? They're working and stuff like that.
There are a lot of unvetted criminals.
The ones that just came in through an open border are here, they're dodgy because they're all fighting East men.
We do not know who they are.
No.
Drug dealers up the town that are
Upcoming,
chasing at the locals.
Aye, we're being replaced and it's being allowed, and if you say anything about it, you're getting arrested.
You're the criminal.
Yes, I got arrested yesterday at Motherwell for an alleged hate crime at Perth, apparently. I apparently spoke it.
Try to silence us.
For your time, buddy.
Can I ask you for one thing? See, Wednesday the 22nd of April 2026. Now, the 22nd of April is a very, very interesting date in history, because it was the 22nd of April in 1948 that Ben Gurion declared the fake state of Israel. Scottish Nonce Party start to resist or cease to exist. And this is the flagship banner that we've done for the Falkirk faithful, and it will be delivered to them tonight. And we've got Scotland for the Scots up. We've had quite brisk traffic with people going by being interviewed. We've been getting rid of our white minority leaflet. The wind's quite brisk, and there we go. here we are in the bollox court here in Clydebank, and there's been some developments. Recently I had to stand trial at Aberdeen Sheriff Court over a banner that had said the 14 words, and the sheriff had chucked the case out. I no longer get back home. We're out parading the banner at Motherwell as part of our election campaign to get the SNP government out because they're absolute nonsense. And we deployed the banners at Motherwell Police Station in the Civic Centre Motherwell, and I was duly arrested for an alleged offence in Perth. And the cop was a bit ambiguous about what the actual offence was, but I'm sure that'll come out as we further go into the process with the court, because as we can see in Scotland, the process is the punishment. So I have sought legal representation. Whether I get it or not is a different thing. In the meantime, it's business as usual. We were Never Mind the Bollox campaign, and our Never Mind the Bollox campaign continues to chip away at Clydebank, interviewing people, giving out the leaflets, letting them see the radical banners. So people have been stopping and taking video footage, and the word is getting out. And we're here every Wednesday from 11 o'clock to 12:30. Thank you very much. And I notice that you're going by the Never Mind the Bollox court here at Clydebank, and you see that we've got our radical banners out.
Yep.
What banner stuck out the most for you, and why?
I think for me it was the one about the refugees, personally for me.
The refugees, was that the one about deport all illegal migrants?
Aye, I just, mate,
Right.
the country's broken, mate. They're letting them in and they're getting housing, they're getting benefits, and there's single parents out there, do you know what I mean, struggling, and they're not getting the help that these people are getting. They're putting them up in hotels, they're giving them free meals a day, you know what I mean, they're giving them help when they need help. I was in a food bank last week, top of the hill. They were at the food bank and they came out with 2 full prams.
Well, do you know what's happened up in Motherwell? There's a food bank up there, and what's happened is that they've stopped the Africans using it because they were like going in saying that
I agree.
they were going in twice and all that, and then selling the food bank stuff.
Mate, you got to stand, I can't remember what day it is, I think it's a Wednesday, the one at the top of the hill, and you stand and you watch them, mate, so you can just stand there, you see them coming out with prams full of food, and I'm looking and I'm going, you've got bread, you've got milk, I said, and you've got young wee asses in the street that I know personally, families that are struggling, who have got no food, and these cunts are in using a food bank built for Scottish folk. Like, no.
And the thing is, if you could just say that the food bank was for Scottish folk, they would shut it down. They would absolutely shut it down.
Mate, the country's broken. It doesn't matter who we vote in this area. I get MPs that are all there. I'm like, I'm not voting any of these. Why? I said, these are all lying. Not one of these has changed. Not in the past 10 years. This country's got worse and worse and worse. And this is the worst year I've seen yet.
It really has. It really has. That's just somebody that.
But you see a lot of people down here, that I mean, week in, week out, and I mean, I don't care who doesn't like it or whatever. People don't like an opinion. I mean, we're all entitled to an opinion. And then when you tell them, you've seen this, you've seen that, like I said, young men, that mean Asian men, following young lasses at train stations, and then when you bring it up, you get folk that say we're racist because we're seeing what we see.
Or
and they call you
white people, and you go, right, there's bad people everywhere, but for fuck's sake, when they're doing it, there's such high fucking
Mate, I've got
numbers.
a 16-year-old daughter and a 14-year-old stepdaughter, and like I said, every day they go out, and I've got them on location tracker do. I didn't do that a couple of years ago, it wasn't until I realised how bad it was. I went, you know what, use a location tracker so I know where you are at all time. And then like I said, the police have been phoned, it's been reported, and they make it the teenagers are lying.
Right.
Teenagers, they're prone to lying or talking mince because they're teenagers, but when something's happening, you know, it's serious, you know what I mean? You're like, don't be calling teenagers lying, mate, it's not. It's not happening. And then you get folks say, oh, did you report it? Of course I reported it, I'm my fucking dad. And then you get folks saying, oh, well, you reported it, so it's fine.
Right.
How's it fine? It's going to happen again next week.
Right.
When's it going to be enough? When they murder these wee lasses and they get found dead?
Right.
Is that when it's enough?
Is this what it's going to take? Something terrible happen before folk will get after
That's
us?
exactly what it is, mate.
So you'll get more information on the back of the leaflet at patrioticalternative.org.uk. Listen out for a guy called Mark Collett, he's our leader. Listen out for Laura Towler, our deputy leader. Listen to what they're saying, that they're up on YouTube and Rumble and Telegram, and you'll be able to get more information about what the PA is. We're a pressure group, we're a pro-white advocacy group advocating for British people on our own islands.
No, but you can't do. We're not allowed to open them. You're not allowed to say what you see because if you do, you're racist.
Well, it's okay for African people and Asians to have their own pressure group, so how can we know of a pressure group?
Exactly, mate, exactly. Like I was a guard, I worked at the postal 2 years ago now. I've not worked because I've been out, but that's it. But see, when I was a guard, I seen them one day. I've no idea what these guys celebrate, but they're walking about with full swords down their sides. And it's a religious day. If me and you walk about with a samurai sword in Glasgow City Centre, what happens?
Even a skin down there.
But these guys are walking about because it's a special
It's a
day.
martial art and all that thing. Because it's thousands of years old, that practice.
How's it allowed? If I get caught down here today with a knuckle duster, I'm charged. So how does that work? Or because it's a religious day? It's religious for us to carry knuckle dusters for an empty protection now, because you're happy to protect your daughters for these guys.
It's everywhere day, man.
Thanks very much for the interview, mate.
Anytime, as I said, mate, just
park and see the amount of them that's in there actually in the park area. I'm going to leave because the wains they're actually in the playground bit. We've got kids sitting on their phones and one's running one way and one's running the other way, and I can't watch two ways. What are they staying sitting on a seesaw?
It's frightening, but people are scared. People are scared. We want our parks back. We want our country back.
Aye,
That's it. So we're the patriotic alternative. You'll get more information there. Right on that at pa.org.uk, and you'll be able to find out more about what we're about. There's somebody quite interesting worth a listen to for you is Laura Towler. She's the deputy leader of the Patriotic Alternative.
She's got blonde hair.
Yes.
My man listens to her.
And Mark Collett, he's the leader. Have a listen to what this fella says. These two, they're blazing the trails, and the other speakers that they've got round about them. So we've been quite busy with our banners. We're just out campaigning down at Clydebank. We're here every Wednesday between 11 to half 12 and giving out the leaflet. Folk get a chance to see it.
I was like, I'm not ignoring it, and I'm not ashamed to.
Aye. Thank you very much for coming over. So you get this on Scooby-Doo News on YouTube.
Scooby-Doo News.
Scooby-Doo News, aye.
I remember that.
Scooby-Doo News.
We need to do something, and then you find out last summer, was it summer of 24 or 16-year-old lassie was raped by a 51-year-old immigrant in Victoria Park. How did we not hear about it then? We hear about it 2 years later.
It's absolutely suppressed, isn't it? It's absolutely suppressed. So we've got a walk-by police unit going by, but they're looking for the two guys that were committed to Section 38 earlier on. So they're going in the completely wrong direction too. So they've been alright with us, they've no bothered themselves coming up.
Probably agree, they must be sick of it.
Well, we've found it. Oh, we're getting a wee fly past today as well. We've got the helicopter in. For two guys come out in a breach of the peace. You don't know if they're in. For two guys come out in a breach of the peace. You don't know if they're talking to them. You don't really know, don't you know? They're really expensive to keep near. Thousands of pounds per flight, apparently. So we're here every week, and we've got our radical banners up. We get quite a few people going by, quite arrogant, ignorant, challenging, aggressive.
Did they not even read that people do care on Facebook?
They actually won't.
And battered and...
Yeah, they accept that these things are happening, but they think it's an acceptable price to pay. They say that it's the individual that's doing it, but we're saying that from the very beginning it's all been like this, and the immigration into our country is having a bad effect.
All housing, schools, well...
Over 1 million children have been raped.
And
that's the one, and that's just the tip of the iceberg, because I'm quite sure if they dig deeper there'll be a lot more.
And I'm sure the government's getting something out of this, because why are they letting it happen?
It's because our government's controlled by a foreign entity. They're controlled by a foreign entity, and you only need to scratch, but look at that war for Epstein, you only need to see who it is. The American people can't get their Medicaid and all that because they're pursuing this war with Iran. So we're saying we don't want a war with Iran, we don't want any wars. No. We want them all to stop, because none of the wars in the 20th century, Scotland didn't vote for any of the wars of the 20th century, therefore we don't have any responsibility to take in the fallout from these wars, and this new war that they're having, that means that even more fake UGs, immigrants and refugees will come to our country, and they're the Polish away back then, so they're looking to...
There's another two are there, they're watching, one watching you.
Right, okay, right, no. Actually, I go so, right, Mrs, lovely to meet you, right, Richard.
Papa Pass will say hello, right?
Aye, that's great, lovely.
Putting all over the place, pro-migration.
She's entitled to her opinion. Alright.
I've got a family that live next door to me. We were illegal immigrants. There's been torture, starboard, we've got nothing wrong. Blah, blah, blah.
This is terrible, these things that go up. That is atrocious.
Have you seen, like...
Imagine politicians actually want to be slaves. They do want to do that. Not one nonce ever was in the Scottish National Party.
No, look what happened to all the ones that get done, no mentioning.
Our queen. She is our master. She tells us how the world works and we make listen.
Right.
Sorry, I don't know why he's like this in public, man. That's mental.
What? I'm only displaying a banner. This wee lady's got a point to make, and we're alright. We've not been arguing, haven't we, no?
No.
How you doing? I'm Richard for the bollox court.
Fine, but
It's,
she better shut up.
I have met quite a few folk that have been refugees.
I can tell you.
But we'd never ever been asked about it.
I tell you something.
Aye.
I'm going to tell you. I have a family from Iraq that live next door to me.
Right, okay.
They came here.
Aye.
He helped the British government
Aye.
in Iraq. He was tortured for doing so and frightened for their life. He was whipped, his whole back whipped.
Aye, aye.
Yes. They came here as illegal immigrants and
Right.
asylum seekers.
Right.
Now, see while they've been here, man, woman, both do English, both at university, children are all pillars of society.
Aye.
But do you know what happens?
Aye.
Where we live, they have friends that live up the high flat. Do you know they throw urine and shit and stuff on them out the windows?
Oh, I know
And
that.
that is
I know
disgusting.
that there is talk of that in the high flats, and
It's not
it's
nice.
predominantly people that aren't Scots that's doing this. But
I
this is it. I mean, I think you might be referring to the flats over at Drumchapel.
No, White Inch.
All right, okay, right, aye.
I do realise there's a problem with the
Aye.
immigrants. I get that.
Well, we're just wanting it to stop too, so that we can see where our country's going, and for to start a conversation, Mrs.
Yeah.
That's all. But we see loonies like this going by. We get that quite a lot of him.
I can tell you, I do understand there's a problem.
Right.
But I also understand that there was a problem at the beginning of the last century where half the population in Scotland were immigrants coming from Ireland.
Well, at the time it was internal displacement. I mean, my family are Irish as well. But that was it. We were Britain at the time. It was British internal displacement at the time. Okay, they went on in 1922 to get a free state, but...
Southern Ireland was never part of Britain.
Well, it became a free state in 1922.
Yeah, but people had to come here.
To replace, I know, it was done deliberately to kind of carve up the working
And I'll tell you
class.
something else. Every shop... Are you filming me?
No, I'm recording your voice, darling. I don't
Right,
filming you.
Well, because I would get the police if you were.
We've had the
I
Polish
didn't-
doing another
I
time.
didn't film you, I took pictures of
I know, take it and share it on all your socials, Missy.
No, I don't
I'll
do
cover your
that.
face up. I'll
I
cover your
don't-
face up if I've got it.
I don't do social media.
They're the Polish away by again, look.
I don't bother with them. They're not nice people.
Oh, here, listen, I just know your pal, ain't they, no?
No.
I just
But
know
I
your
tell
pal.
you-
Do you know that guy? Do you know that guy there?
That guy? No.
I've not seen him before. He's doing a bit of hanging about.
He lives Russian.
Look, we've got quite a lot of
Go Russian.
Well,
passing hanging.
we've got everything. And you know there's good and bad in everybody.
Well, that's true.
Do you
I mean,
know what
that's
happened
true.
in Partick the other
They're the
day?
Polish down there again.
You know what happened in Partick the
Well,
other day in
I'll just stop
Chancellor
recording, right?